Smallrig versus Smallrig. I have two Smallrig selection fluid heads here. These two fluid heads may seem the same, but they are not. We're going to explore the differences between the two of them, and we're going to explore these differences to determine which fluid head is best for which job, a monopod or a tripod. Today on EkelloPhoto. The tripod that I have is a small tripod that I use to mount my camera on my desk. And when I say that it's small, I actually mean that it's a Ravelli tripod that extends up to 79 inches, but it also gets pretty good and short, So I decided to use it on my desk as my main rig holder. But my problem with that is that it's maneuverability. Every time I wanted to change the position of the camera, I had to unscrew a knob, and then I had to secure the entire camera with the other hand while I moved it to the next position that I wanted. If I had a fluid head, it would have been a lot easier because fluid heads have handles that have a lot of tension in them. That tension allows you to smoothly move something without having to worry about the camera flopping around, So I needed something that was more suited for video than for photography. I've got one of those tripods that you can replace the head, so I knew I had some options later in the line, Plus, I could replace the head and change it from a video tripod to a photography tripod in a snap. Then there's the problem of my monopod. I went to New Orleans on a spur of the moment trip, and at the very end of that trip, we were kind of scrambling, it was just a little bit, and it was completely unintentional, but I felt the stress and made a mistake. I left my monopod in the back of the rental car. Luckily, it was relatively inexpensive, and that probably cost me about $50, and I had added a fluid head on it, but of course it was not quite what I really needed. I used my monopod on trips. I have a Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 6K Pro, forever to be known on this channel as the 6K Pro. And despite the name, it fits in no one's pocket. It's a decent-sized cinema camera, but it's also a very small cinema camera comparatively. Still, I needed to be able to maneuver it around easily. So I would use a monopod to keep it stable when I was using lenses that didn't have any stabilization in them. Because of this, it was a bit of a cheaper nature of the monopod. I did not do things like move it around and with like smooth shots and all those sorts of things because it was rather difficult to get to those functions. So I was determined to step up my game for travel since I had to purchase a new one anyway. So I got the iFootage 71-inch carbon fiber camera monopod for a professional telescoping video, and it's a monopod. But this particular model doesn't come with a fluid head, so I needed to search for a fluid head and came across this particular one. Smallrig Selection Tripod Fluid Head Pan Tilt Head with quick release plate for Arca Swiss for compact video cameras and digital SL cameras, 3259. But it was the wrong one. I was watching YouTube videos, several of them, and I came across the fluid head that I thought I was getting, which was the quick release plate fluid head with the Arca Swiss and lever adjustment pan head for the compact digital camera, digital SLRs, 3457. That was the one that I thought I was ordering. And then when I went back to that same video after I got the Smallrig fluid head, it didn't exactly look the same. I realized there was a difference. One of those fluid heads ended in 3259 and the other one ended in 3457. Completely different. And add two completely different price points. 3259 was $49 and 3457 was $99. Bit of a big difference in the price, but there was a difference. Since I knew I had to order the other fluid head, I decided to make a comparison. By the way, I was going to return the other one of these, but I decided through my process to keep them both. And I'll tell you why at the end of the video. But first, let's get to an unboxing. I have previously unboxed the other fluid head, but I decided to put the whole thing back together so that so that you could see exactly what to experience when you yourself get it. All right, let's get to unboxing. Okay, so we've got these two. I got this one first, and I got this one second. I got this one actually today, and I got this one yesterday, day before yesterday. So we're gonna unbox the one that's actually been unboxed first. And here it is, ladies and gentlemen. It's pretty self-explanatory. As you can see, it has a handle here for its tilt and for its tilting arm. Has a tilting arm that's stagnant, can't be moved around. Has a twist here so that you can pivot smoothly on your own axis. And if I'm not mistaken, yes, one more knob right here to take the Swiss plate off right there. All right, what do we have here? Nice. I like the presentation. There we go. Piece of foam. Oh, nice. One of the main differences with this thing, I can see it right now. Look at that. It looks heavier, but also lighter. All at the same time. Let's put them right next to each other. Why don't we? There they are. One has a very short handle. The other one does not. Here's the main differences that I can see off the bat. This one is physically bigger. It actually looks longer and taller, which it is. Yeah, about an inch difference. Okay. The Swiss plate, the Arca Swiss plate on this one seems to be one of those ones that sits on top. And it has a level right there. And this one, let's see, is it that? There we go. And this one sits what seems to be perpendicular to it, even though it's probably just because it's not locked down. And that seems to be right there. This is the knob to crank it back and forth, I think, maybe? Yes. Yes, it's smooth. It's actually smoother than the other one. Let's see if yeah, it is. It does feel smoother. Oh, and it has two separate rotating. All right, so this one rotates at the top. And looks like it has a rotation at the bottom too, which is stiffer rotation. Nice. That is nice. That is nice. I remember with this one, it had an adapter in it so that you could put it on smaller things like lighting fixtures and stuff like that. This one doesn't have an adapter. Okay. I'm liking the difference so far. All right. And I guess you can place the Arca Swiss plate. It doesn't seem to have a level though. I don't see any level anywhere. All right. And so that one tilts back and forth. That's what this handle's for. What's this one for? It's got a lock on it. Oh, and is this another Arca? Oh, that's weird, but it does slide back and forth, which is cool. Okay, so let's lock that in place. And then, do they both fit on each other? Yes, they do. Yeah, bam. All right. So far, so good. Oh, there's the level. There's the level. And I like that better because a lot of times, well, think about this. If you got the camera on here, right? how do you see it level? You can't. You just can't see the level. You cannot see the level. Does it actually have an Allen wrench in there? Yeah. So this one comes with a little Allen wrench and a magnetic spot right there. See? And looks like this one also has the magnetic Allen wrench, a little hidden away right there with a nice powerful, yeah, nice powerful. All right, and then lock this in. And then I could just switch the cameras right off. Okay, what else? Yeah, I like the level being right there. That's awesome. That is awesome. All right, the next experiment will be when I get the monopod, which is coming today, and that'll be the second part of this video. But that's the first comparison, is that this one's a lot smaller and fits Arca plates, which is what it said. The level is under the thing, so I'm not really into that. And this handle doesn't move. This one has one of those handles that drops straight down so that when I have a monopod there, it lines up with the monopod, and when I'm traveling, I can get it out of the way. This one is sticking out. This one is not. No sticky, big sticky. So, and if I'm not mistaken, I also can extend this out. Yes, I can. Just like that. That is, oh my God. And then what do? Lock it. And then there, yes, I push it that way, and then I twist it this way, and it collapses down. Pull it out, twist it that way, and it locks in place. Then I have a full extension, and it's a heck of a lot longer than this one. Wow. This is very cool. Totally worth the money, totally worth the upgrade. Look at the difference. Very interesting. Very interesting. A good upgrade. A good upgrade. Yeah, I love these things. I love them. I love them. I love them. Okay. Oh, and looks like this Arca Swiss plate that came with the other one comes with 2 screws. I love that because my Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 6K Pro is dual, has 2 slots to do that. So now I have 2 screws to screw into the bottom of there. That is slick. Love it. Love it. All right. And that's that for that. All right. So can you figure out why in the world I would pick the 2 of them to pick one for one thing and one for the other? All right. So here's the key. On the bigger rig, on the monopod, I'm going to use the extending handle one that has adjustability and all of that. And the other one I'm going to use on my daily rig because the Pocket Cinema Camera is exactly that. Pocket. Not pocket, but pocket. Think about it in this way. I have a small camera rig set up. I don't need a gigantic rig up there. But I can use that same Arca Swiss plate and pass it around from thing to thing to thing to thing, and it's going to be efficient. Efficient. I'm all about efficiency because sometimes you're out in the field and you need stuff to be efficient, not hassly, not anything. As I've gotten older, I realize that my body can't do everything, and so it needs to be efficient. Efficient, efficient. So I'm using both of those heads. One, the smaller one, which is ironically also not the smaller one, I'm going to use for my home kit. It's just going to sit there and help me adjust real easy. And when I decide I want to move things around, that's what I'm going to do. The bigger one, the one with the extending handle, is going to be my baby. It's going to be the one that I'm going to take on my travels with me. I'm so excited to try it out. The next video we're going to have about this head is a combination with it and the eye footage monopod. That's going to be a whole nother video. I hope that you enjoyed this versus of Smallrig versus Smallrig. Like, subscribe, and do me a favor and love the camera that you're with. My name's Ekello here. Bye.